the starter Thunkable project that I gave you has a few pieces in it. Unlike other starter projects, I've created two variables for you off off the bat. So one of them is a list of the letters of the alphabet. The other is a list of the Morse codes for each letter of the alphabet. So there's a correspondence here. So the first item in this list is the letter A, and this is the Morse code for a letter a dot and a dash. I've also given you a lot of files, right? So you've got image files for each Morse code, and you've got pictures of each letter. So one thing that's going to help organize your code, you can collapse a block. Right? So if you right-click on this and select Collapse Block, it shrinks. And when we're using a visual interface like this, that really helps sometimes to collapse some of these really long blocks just to get them out of the way. Let's start by creating some global variables we're going to need. One of them is for the user input, so the series of dots and dashes that the user puts in. And the second is going to be for what letter we want the user to be entering. And to start, we'll just set both of those to empty strings. Now, when the screen opens, we want to initialize the interface. So we're going to want to put a letter in here, the Morse code in here, and we're going to want to choose a target letter. So let's start here. So choosing the target letter, we're going to choose a random item from our alphabet. Okay, so this will pick some random letter. Then we're going to want to set the image. And the way we're going to do that, so you can see each of these file names is the letter and then underscore morse.png and the letter underscore letter.png. So we're going to join our target letter and then we're going to do the same thing for the Morse code. Except here, instead of dot letter, we use underscore Morse. And then the final thing we want to do is make sure our user input is reset to an empty string. And reset our label. So if we live test that, we get two images, we've got two buttons, One thing you'll notice, there's no outline on those buttons. So let's change that. Set a solid border of width 1 on each. And now when we live test, we'll get explicit buttons in here.